The Washington Nationals are sent home by the St. Louis Cardinals in Game 5 of the NLDS. So did the Nationals make the right decision by shutting down Stephen Strasburg? Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox and Major League Baseball. In looking at the fallout from the Nationals' 5-game loss to the Cardinals in the National League Division Series, all questions about this series will be focused on whether the Nationals did the right thing by shutting down their ace pitcher, Stephen Strasburg, late in the season, not allowing him to pitch late in the pennant race and in the playoffs, and did it cost the Nationals this series against the Cardinals? Well, if you look at Game 5, a game started by Gio Gonzalez, who was a 21-game winner in the National League, and a game in which the Nationals had leads of 6-0, 6-3, and 7-5 at certain points in the game, I would say the decision not to pitch Strasburg, just looking at Game 5 in a vacuum, was not a bad decision because it was the bullpen that was responsible for blowing this game against the Cardinals. Drew Storen, who started out the season as their closer and who was injured, and then Davey Johnson had to go through 4 or 5 closers during the season. Storen got the job back in the postseason, but he had some control problems in the 9th inning. He walked some guys, and it allowed the Cardinals to score 4 in the top of the 9th and win this game 9-7. So if you look at Game 5 as a microcosm, not having Strasburg in that game in and of itself, I don't think was a negative. But if you look at the whole series and whether or not the Nationals would have done a better job with Strasburg in the rotation and would they have won the series, I think the answer is clearly yes. Because when you have your ace pitching 2 guaranteed games in that series, including the deciding game in your building, you got to figure the way Strasburg pitched this year that the Nationals would have won this Game 5 and moved on to face the Giants in the National League Championship Series. So now in the offseason, I think everything is going to come down to questions about this decision by the fans. They're going to question what the Nationals did because, let's face it, there is no guarantee the Nationals will ever be back in this position again. And even if they have Stephen Strasburg healthy in the future, will they ever get back to the playoffs? That's a big factor. Now, I would expect the Nationals to be a playoff team in the future, but you just never know because baseball is so weird. You never know if this team is truly going to be on top ever again when Strasburg is healthy. So it's a decision that the Nationals and their management and the rest of the team has to live with. I think the players, even though they don't say anything publicly, I think privately they're disappointed that they did not have Strasburg in this series because I think over a 5-game series, having him pitch twice, it probably wouldn't have been a different outcome because on paper, the Nationals certainly were a better team than the Cardinals, but the Cardinals got it done, grinding at bats and beating the Nationals bullpen. That's what it came down to. Strasburg would not have helped them out of the bullpen, but I think he would have helped them overall in the series. But your thoughts, guys, on Stephen Strasburg, this situation, do you think the Nationals, looking back now, did the right thing by shutting him down? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.